came back with another video, and today's video is going to be what I have been melting in the month of June. It is the very last day of June, so it is the 30th, and I wanted to show you what I've been melting. So this is a fairly new series for me because I only started this in the middle of last month. And I want to continue on because I have a ton of melts to get through. I will actually show you a melt stash when I organize it, and I continually order new melts, so there's that. I do have this little traveler's notebook sort of thing here where I do actually write down everything I've been melting, what it's called, where it's from, and then the scent notes so that I can talk to you about everything. So there are only 4 things that I've actually completely melted, and then the rest are stuff that I'm still working through. So I will show you the empties first. So I've only got 4 empties. I just keep them inside a press seal bag like this, and then once the month is over, I chuck them out and then start all over again. So let me get into what I have in here. The first one I have is Baked Alaska from Pumpkin Parcel. It's just a little pot shot. This looks like that. Ugh, this smells amazing, you guys. So this one is from the American mystery box, and I seriously love the smell of the Baked Alaska. Like, it is just such a delicious sort of chocolatey dessert, like just warm, good, just, I don't even really know how to describe it. It's just a really good scent. The scent notes on this one, excuse me if I look down, I'm reading off of my notes, is chocolate cake base, strawberry mousse, and vanilla meringue, and I definitely tell you this smells amazing. The chocolate cake base is the most dominant scent notes in there, but the vanilla does definitely sort of like tone the chocolate down a little bit. This was really good. It actually was quite a strong scent in my warmer. I do use a Airwick electric warmer. They're not very good warmers. I don't recommend them. But I have it. It sits on my desk in my office, and it actually did throw really well in the entire office. The office is quite large. It's a weird shape. It's like an L-shaped room. The room is actually big enough to be split into 2. So half of the room is my office, the other half is Nate's. If there was a dividing wall between the 2 offices, you literally could split this office into 2 bedrooms. That's how large the office is. So it threw really well in there. And you could smell this in the hallway and everything out in the upper level of the house. So it did have a really good scent throw to that one. So I was really, really pleased with that one. The next one I have is Pumpkin Parcel's cinnamon roll. It was a little pumpkin. Cinnamon roll is baked sugar cinnamon rolls topped with vanilla frosting, and this is definitely exactly what I think of when I think of a cinnamon roll. The cinnamon is definitely the strongest note. It does have a sweetness to it, but it also has a, I don't want to say spicy, but like almost like a spicy note to it, which would be the cinnamon, I'm guessing, that kind of tones that sweetness down a little bit. And then because it's obviously a cinnamon roll, even though it doesn't technically say in the scent notes bread notes, you kind of do get a bread note to it a little bit, and I think that also tones down like the sweetness of it. But it was really good. I loved the scent of this one. This is definitely something that I would get again. Definitely a great scent thrower as well. Again, all of these melts that I melt are all melted in my office on my desk. I don't melt anywhere else in the house at the moment because I don't have any warmers elsewhere. I've just got one warmer, and even though I do technically have the tea light warmers, I prefer to use electric because, to be honest with you, having to light a tea light all the time is a pain in the ass. And with a tea light, like warmer, I can't leave it unattended. Technically, yes, you're not supposed to leave your electric warmers unattended either, but it's an electric warmer. I feel a lot safer with that one being unattended than I do with a tea light one. So I just use that one. So everything is in my office that I melt. So yeah, so there's that one. Really, really good scent throw on that one as well. I will also say quickly, most of the melts that I own will be from Pumpkin Parcel because that's the store that I buy from the absolute most, and the most of my stash is Pumpkin Parcel. I do have some other things like Yankee Candle. My mum used to have her own candle store, so I still have some of her stuff. She has since closed her store down because she got diagnosed with lupus. And she couldn't work anymore, so she did actually have to close her store down, but I still do have a bunch of her melts. I do have some melts from Seekay Handmade, and I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that's it. Seekay Handmade. I do have melts coming from another 2 companies as well, but at the moment most of my stash, I'm going to say 80% of my stash will be Pumpkin Parcel, just so you know. Okay, the next empty I have is another Pumpkin Parcel one, and this one is French Vanilla Oak. It was another little pumpkin sample size. This one I've actually had for a little while, I believe, and maybe like a year. I can't remember if it was a year. Maybe about that, I would say. Sorry if you can hear my phone going off. I normally have my phone on silent, but because I am on call for work, I have to leave it going. But that means that all the notifications come up for everything all the time. So you're going to hear that in the background. I apologize. Okay, so I had this one in my stash. I decided to burn this one. French Vanilla Oak is actually such a lovely scent. I'm always hesitant when I have scents that have things like oak, pine, cedar, those woodsy sort of notes, because a lot of the times, a lot of companies can either have really like chemically smelling scents when it comes to those woodsy scents, or they're just super overpowering. So I generally steer clear from them. Occasionally I will buy them and see how I go. This one was not overpowering, not chemically smelling or anything like that. Nothing ever is from Pumpkin Parcel. Her stuff is always amazing. Obviously, I also know that every single person will smell something and their brain will determine it, like how they perceive it, whether they like it or not. So everyone's sense will be different. I love this. It definitely does have that woodsy note to it, but the French vanilla really tones down the woodiness of it, which is, I think, how I need to melt those types of things, is with like a sweet note to them to tone it down. It was amazing. This scent was actually quite strong, and I don't mean like strong as in overpowering. I mean like I could smell it throughout my office and the upper level of my house. It was really, really good. I loved it. The scent notes for this one is just vanilla liqueur, and earthy oak, and it definitely was exactly that. The last empty I have is actually Yankee Candle. I've had this in my stash for ages. As you can see, the plastic has turned yellow. This one is Vanilla Cupcake. Just this one here. That is what's actually currently in my warmer right now. I do love Yankee Candle, but Yankee Candle is definitely a hit or a miss. Either it's good or it's not. Also, Yankee Candle scent throws are not as strong as other brands. They're just not. They never have been. I don't think they ever will be, but I still enjoy them. So the Vanilla Cupcake is really lovely. It's a very subtle scent though, so if you are expecting it to fill your whole entire room or anything like that, this is not the one for you. I do have it melting, like I said, in my office right now, but I will have to say though, because I do live in Australia, we are in the middle of winter right now, and I'm finding that all of my melts, no matter what brand it is actually struggling to melt properly. It's too cold. So my warmer is melting everything down, but it also, like the Airwick warmer, takes a long time to actually like melt everything down before you start smelling anything. Once it's melted down, you smell everything perfectly fine. But the problem I have with my Airwick warmer is once it melts down, it rehardens all around the edge of the dish and only stays liquid in the center. I don't know how to fix that. It's a bigger problem in winter, but it still happens to me in summer as well. Not as bad in summer, but it still happens. So it's just like that does affect like the scent throw. So right now I am sitting less than a meter away from where my wax warmer is. It's just sitting like on the corner of my desk. I have quite a large IKEA desk. And I can faintly smell it only because it's not even half melted yet. I still have quite a, like it was just a tart melt and I broke it into 4 pieces to try and make it melt faster, and there's still at least, I don't know, 3.5 pieces that have not melted yet. So it'll take a little bit of time to melt down. I can still smell it, not like super strong though. So I'm hoping once it does melt down, it will be a little bit stronger. We will see. I do like the scent though. So, and I'll be honest with you, even though the Yankee Candle does not throw very well, I continue to buy them because I just like their scents. They have unique scents. So with that one, the scent notes are vanilla icing, malted sugar, cake batter, chocolate cocoa, and vanilla bean. At the moment, I am definitely getting a sweet sort of scent, like not like a chocolatey scent, but more of that vanilla sort of scent. So I'm wondering once it gets a little bit hotter and melts down a little bit further, if I will pick up the cake batter and the chocolate notes in this one. Not sure, but I do really like the vanilla. Like when you smell it when it's on cold, it smells amazing. So there's that. So that's all of my empties. Now on to wax melts that I have melted but still have you know, some left. So the next one I have is actually a new to me store. I found them on Instagram and I was really surprised because they were actually based in Australia, because anytime I see wax melts or yarn on Instagram, I get excited because it looks amazing, and then I find out the store is in America. And while I don't have a problem with the store being in America, I just cannot afford to pay the prices, because let's say for instance, just I'm just going to talk about yarn for a second because I don't really look at wax melts that are in America, but just yarn as an example. For me to buy hand-dyed yarn, it's expensive. It's definitely worth the price because it takes a lot to make these yarns. But let's say they cost between, say, $25 to $35 US in America. Once you convert that to Australian dollars, it'll be closer to about 45 to 50 Australian dollars. Then that's just for one thing of yarn. Then you have to add on 10% for GST, because our company, oh my god, my brain. Our country charges GST now, which is goods and services tax, on anything we purchase overseas. They never used to, but they do now because they're trying to encourage us not to purchase overseas, which is stupid. But anyway, so you add 10% on top of that. So if it's already costing me $50, add another $5 to that for goods and services tax. So there's $55. Then you also have to add on the shipping cost, and shipping is about between $20 to $40 US. So there is another, say, 30 to 40 Australian dollars on top of that. So by the time you add all of that together, it's nearly $100 or more just for one ball of yarn. So even though I would love to purchase melts and yarn and stuff like that from America because there are some amazing stores, I just can't justify the price tag. So when I found this melt store and I realized it was Australian, you don't even know how excited I was, you guys. So I bought not a lot from there because I don't like to buy a ton of stuff from a store I've never bought from before. I like to try a small amount of things first to see if I like it, and then if I do, I can place another order. So the one I first melted from there is actually called Yog Nog, and it is in a snap bar, but the snap bar is different to the snap bars from Pumpkin Parcel. So this is a Pumpkin Parcel snap bar. You can see I've used it, and this is a Seekay Handmade snap bar. They are different sizes. So this snap bar, like I said, is in the scent Yog Nog. Yog Nog is actually a Lush dupe. I actually had some of this shower gel for Christmas. I think I still have a tiny bit left, actually. It smells amazing. The scent throw on this is pretty good. It's, I would say, once my wax warmer decides that it's melted down, I definitely can smell it throughout my entire office. And sometimes I can smell it in the hallway, but not a lot. It's more of an office like scent for me. That's not to say that it wouldn't smell through the rest of the house if I maybe had a different woman that worked better. Also, the wax is super pretty. They have glitter in the wax, and it does look super gorgeous. This is a soy wax, but I don't know what type of soy wax this is though. And I know that sounds weird because soy is soy, but there is a difference. Like, say for instance, this soy wax, and so this is Pumpkin Parcel, this is Seekay Handmade. The two soy waxes are not the same. So the Pumpkin Parcel soy wax has that very sort of like soft, sort of almost like a hand cream consistency. If it gets too hot, like it melts quite easy. Whereas this one has a harder consistency, and even now, like looking at it, it looks different to the other soy wax. It also melts, like when it's melted and it re-hardens when you're like turn your wax warmer off, it hardens hard. Like, I know that sounds stupid because it's wax, and wax is hard once it's not melted. But what I mean by that is if I was to like rub the top of a soy wax that's hardened from Pumpkin Parcel, I can still get like a residue off the top, and you can rub it into your skin. It's perfectly safe to do that because it has a softer consistency. But this one, you can't do that with it. It hardens hard, and it hardens almost to the consistency of a paraffin wax like Yankee Candle does when it hardens. But it's soy. I've never seen soy wax like that before, so I don't know. If you have, can someone tell me the difference between the two, because I don't know. Which is weird because I have worked in 3 different candle stores in my life, or candle companies I should say, in my life. But it's been a long time since I have worked for candle companies. So, you know, there could be a newer version of a soy or a soy blend. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been in that, you know, in that game. So that's the difference between the two. I thought it was really interesting. It melts really good though. Like there's no like melting difference. It's just like when it re-hardens, it just looks different and feels different, but really good. So the scent notes on this one is sweet melted butter, brown sugar, nutmeg, cocoa butter, melted vanilla ice cream. And I have to tell you guys, this scent is seriously one of my favorites. It smells amazing, you guys. So I feel like this is definitely something I need to get another one of. The next one I have is another one from Seekay Handmade. This one is Blueberry Muffin. This one was amazing. I really like this one. I love blueberry scents. When my mum used to have her candle store, she used to have a scent called Blueberry Cobbler, which was just divine. It was one of my all-time favorites. And this very much reminded me of the Blueberry Cobbler. The only difference is this one has obviously more of a bread note, whereas the Blueberry Cobbler had more of a pastry and a sweet note to it. This has a sweet note to it as well. The blueberry, like the sugar and everything in it, smells amazing. My fiance really liked this one. It went through the entire office. He said you could also smell it in the stairwell downstairs. So it throws really well. I love this scent. This is definitely going to be a repurchase for me when I finish this one. The scent note for this one is orange peel, blueberry, lemon zest, blackberries, spun sugar, milky notes, vanilla cream, drizzled caramel, and sandalwood, which definitely makes sense because this does have a kind of almost like a citrusy like tone to it, but then that blueberry kicks in and the sugar, and just like it's amazing. Highly recommend this scent. So there's that one. The next one I had is actually an older one. This was gifted to me by my friend for Christmas a couple of years ago, and it was quite a large bag. There was quite a few melts in there, so I still have a few left. I did try and look this store up online because on the label here it does have their Facebook page and their Etsy page. And the Etsy page here says it's an Australian store. It just like it says, you know, etsy.com/AU, meaning Australia. But when I looked it up and I typed in the exact way it's spelled on the thing, it brought me to a store with the exact same name but based in the UK. So I don't know if that's the same store or not. I don't know. But this one is from a store called Mel's Magical Melts. And they're in the shape of little unicorns, and it was just peppermint candy apple, which, oh, I love peppermint candy apple. These ones do have glitter in them. These are also older. I have had these for a few years now. I've just got a few left now because I've been slowly working myself through it. Normally I only melt them at Christmas time, and because I have so many Christmas scents, I do not get through any of my Christmas scents ever. But I was like, you know what? Why wait till Christmas? Just melt them when you want to melt them. So I did. It smells amazing. And even though they are a couple of, well, actually more than a couple of years old, and the white wax is starting to turn a touch yellow because they're old, the scent through was strong, you guys. It, like, the entire office, you could smell it well out into the top level of my house. It smelled really good, you guys. The scent notes on that is just peppermint apple, sugar, vanilla malt, and musk, and oh, it smells amazing. Obviously the the peppermint is the most strongest, like, dominant scent of it all, but you can smell everything. It smells amazing. My fiance really did love that scent as well, so I will get that scent again. Probably not from the same store because I don't even know if it's the same store or not that I looked up. I don't know, you guys. But yes. Okay, the next one I had is a pumpkin parcel one. I've had this one for a couple of years now, about 2 years. This one is Peppermint Fluff. Now I'm positive, like 99% positive, that they don't sell, like Pumpkin Parcel doesn't sell this scent anymore. I did have a look on their website. I could not find it, so I don't think they have this one anymore. But the scent notes for this one is peppermint, huckleberries, apricot, strawberries, peach, violet, white lily, vanilla, sandalwood, marshmallow, and I have to agree, this smells like all of those things. It's a very like a very, very sweet scent, like very sweet. So if you're not into sweet scents, this is not for you, because this is very sweet. It's like a sugar overload. It smells amazing, but, and I don't know what the scent is that is doing this, because this scent is definitely not in the scent description, but when I smell this, to me, and it could just be me, but it almost smells like it has licorice in it, like star anise, because star anise is, or aniseed, aniseed is a licorice smell, so it almost smells like it has licorice in it, but licorice is not a part of the scent notes, so I don't know what the scent is that makes it smell like that, but it does. I love it though. I still have quite a lot of it left, as you can see, because like I said, it was a Christmas scent and I'd only been melting them at Christmas time, so I don't get through them, and I decided that I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just going to melt what I want when I want. So there's that one. The next one I have is another pumpkin parcel scent. Actually, all of the rest of them now are pumpkin parcel, so I'm just going to say their names. This one is Christmas with the Cranks. Another Christmas one. This is also one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. I love, love, love Christmas with the Cranks. This one here is Nora's caramel cream pie, because she makes a cream pie in the movie, and I have to tell you, this scent is one of my favorites. It smells amazing. Oh, it smells so good. It definitely smells like a caramel cream pie, but the caramel isn't like your traditional caramel smell, because that cream pie element tones it down a bit, and it just, it smells like such a good sort of like foodie scent. It's sweet, but not too sweet, because I'm guessing like it has like a pie crust sort of note to it that tones that sweetness down. It's not a like punch you in the face strong type of scent. It's more of a on the subtler side. It's still strong, don't get me wrong. I could still smell it through my entire office, but it's just not like one of those, you know, wake you up type of scents. But it's, oh my god, it's my favorite. I'm definitely going to reorder that when I finish that bar. The next one I have is Elf. Elf is another one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. I love that movie. It's so funny. This one is a very, very sweet scent. It is definitely one of those punch you in the face type of scents, so just keep that in mind. But the difference though to this one and say Peppermint Fluff is this one has an effervescence note, and what that means is, if you don't know what effervescence is it smells like a soda pop. So it's got like that bubbly smell to it. Oh, this smells so good, and it's just like literally a sugar in the veins. Because if you've never seen that movie, or even if you have, Elf likes sugar, and he adds a whole bunch of sugary things to his foods. So the scent notes on this one is candy, candy canes, candy corn, syrup, effervescent, spicy soda pop bubbles. And I will tell you, the effervescent spicy soda pop bubbles are the most dominating scent in this one, and then the sweetness kicks in as well. Now, when I was melting this one though, I, actually let me find it. Got it. When I was melting this one though, I was having issues with my allergies and my sinuses. If you're new to my channel, I have year-round allergies basically, and there are scents that I love to burn, but some days those scents, even though I love them, just kill me. And I don't mean that in a bad way or anything. Sorry, my camera cut me off. And then other days, when my sinuses are really bad, the scents can be just too strong and actually hurts my sinuses, because I get a lot of pressure in like this area here and behind my eyes when I have bad sinuses. And so a lot of scents can be too strong when that happens. Sometimes if it's really bad, I won't melt anything because it'll trigger off my sinus issues. but for the most part I can still melt. But what I do was, or is I should say, when I melted this one, I was having a bad sinus day, and that spicy sort of effervescent soda bubbles note was really bothering me. So to help with that, I actually add in sweet vanilla to tone the scent down. I know that kind of seems stupid because it's also a sweet note, but the vanilla actually does tone most scents down. I only added in 2 cubes. I specifically bought sweet vanilla for that purpose, is to tone scents down when I'm having issues, because it really does help me. And so I added 2 cubes of the sweet vanilla when I was melting Elf, and oh, this smells amazing. Honestly, I would burn this on its own as well, because this sweet vanilla is just divine. So amazing. So there's that. The next one I was melting is Marshmallow Fireside, which is a Lush dupe. No, not Lush, sorry, Bath & Body Works dupe. I really, really love this one. This one smells so good. So good. If I can get the stupid thing open, should I tape it shut or something? Oh, I did. That would help if I undid the tape, right? Yeah, when I run through this pack, I'm definitely getting another one. This one has a sweet scent to it. It's not as strong as the other sweet scents, which is good, because that will be the Fireside in it that's like toning the sweetness down. So the scent notes for this one is toasted marshmallows, vanilla cream, and smoldering woods. So the smoldering woods mellows out the marshmallow and the vanilla cream in this, and it's actually such a really lovely warming scent. This one threw amazing through my office. I really loved it. Nate actually quite liked it as well, so there's that one. My next one I have is Winter Candy Apple, which is another Bath & Body Works dupe. I do like this one. The scent is really nice. It's a very, in my opinion, it has a tiny sweet note to it, but it's not a sweet scent. So this one, I like this scent. I really do like this scent. I would purchase it again when I finish this one, but I will say, if you've never melted this one and you don't know what this one smells like, it's not going to be a strong scent. And I just want to quickly explain this to people. Obviously, some people already know this, but a lot of people who actually melt melts, or even surprisingly, a lot of people who make melts do not know this. But every single scent that is made, so every single fragrance oil that is made to put into wax melt, like into wax, are different. Every single scent will have a different strength to it. Some are just naturally stronger than others, and some are naturally weaker than others. And this is a scent that is naturally on the weaker side, so it is not going to be a scent that throws all around the room or anything like that. This is best for a smaller area. And that has nothing to do with the quality of the oils or the wax or anything like that. It's just some scents are naturally stronger than others. It is what it is. Same as in nature when you smell flowers. Some flowers smell extremely strong and some flowers barely smell at all. So keep that in mind, because a lot of people don't seem to know that, and I do watch a lot of melt videos and wax hauls and stuff on YouTube, and I often hear people like, I don't want to say like bitching about it, but they kind of do complain and say that, like, obviously this is crap because it doesn't, you know, it's not strong, so therefore it must be bad, which is definitely not the case. Don't get me wrong, there are some people out there who don't know what they're doing when they make melts, and that definitely can play a role in the strength of a melt as well, but a majority of the time it is just simply that that particular scent is not a strong scent, and that is not anything to do with the person making it. It is just naturally that way. So please, when you do these things, keep that in mind, because I've seen people complain and whinge about businesses and they say these things, and it's not very nice because it's got nothing to do with the business. It's just purely, that's just how the scent was made. Like when the company that created the fragrance oils, that's how it was made. It's just, it is what it is. So this scent is one of those scents. I know that was kind of a rant, but I kind of wanted to say something about that because I've watched quite a few videos in the last month where I've seen people say that and they have zero concept of how fragrance oils work. So I just wanted to put that out there. Also, please do not be fooled by that whole stupid marketing scheme of triple scented. There is no such thing as triple scented. The reason why I know this is because I have worked in the melt and candle industry. I've worked in manufacturing and I've worked in sales. There is no such thing as triple scented. Triple scented was actually a term for marketing that was created by a particular huge company, which I'm not going to say who because I don't be needing anyone knocking on my door saying that I'm slandering them. But triple scented was literally a marketing term created to be able to charge more for their products. And then people were like, oh my god, these are amazing because they've got triple the scent in it. No, they don't. They're exactly the same as every other one. You physically can't make a triple scented candle or melt because there is a limit to how much fragrance oil you can actually put into wax before it explodes. So keep that in mind, people. Do not be fooled by the terminology triple scented, because it was literally a marketing ploy designed to make you spend money and more money on a product that isn't worth that much money, if that makes sense. So it was just, yeah, it was just designed for marketing. Unfortunately, though, the terminology triple scented now has been adopted throughout the candle and melt industries, and they're everywhere. People use it all the time to sell their products. Some companies use it knowingly, knowing that there is no such thing as triple scented. And then other companies who are newer and like small businesses and just starting off don't realize that triple scented is not a thing. It's not. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. We have been conditioned by marketing to believe that. So just keep that in mind. I'm not dissing anybody who uses that terminology, but I just want you to know that there is no difference between something that is marketed triple scented and something that is not. They're both the same. So there's that. Oh yeah. Again, I've gone off on a tangent here, but the scent notes, so for Winter Candy Apple, is actually crispy apples, which you do smell faintly, but you do smell it. Pineapple, zest of orange, neroli, cinnamon, sandalwood, fresh musk, bamboo, and patchouli. And to be honest with you, I was actually using the shower gel at the same time when I was melting this, and the shower gel is exactly the same. It's not a strong scent. It's just naturally not. So there's that. It's a nice scent though, it definitely is. I don't feel like I get a very like zesty orange smell though, but maybe it's there and it's just quite faint. I do kind of get that appley sort of smell, but I feel like the other scents like the musk, the bamboo, cinnamon, neroli kind of also way tone that down. So there's that one. And then let's see, on to the next one. The next one I have is, let me find the scent notes. Okay, is Northern Lights. This is a Lush dupe, and oh, this is one of my favorite soaps. This one comes out the actual soap itself from Lush comes out at Christmas time, and I buy it every year. I love it. It's such a fresh, sort of clean scent. It's amazing. This one has scent notes of lemon peel, mint, and spiced woods, and it definitely does smell like that. I will say that for sure. This smells identical to the soap in my opinion. It has, I think the mint makes it, like, this is going to sound stupid, but you can smell the lemon in it. You can smell that spicy sort of scent. And then you can smell a cool scent, which is the mint. But at the same time, it almost smells dry, if that makes sense. I don't know how else to explain it. And I think it's the mint making it like a drier scent, if that's like. And I don't mean as in a dryer that you put your clothes in. I mean as in dry, like it feels dry. It kind of has a drier smell to it, if that makes sense. And it's like crisp and clean and fresh, and I love it. I definitely feel like this one would be one that would clear out your airways. But I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Glad to have this one. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a repurchase for me. The next one I have is apple picking. This one's actually in a clamshell. It just looks like this. I love apple scents, you guys. Oh, it smells so good. This one is an older wax smell. I've had this for probably about 3 years now. So the color has slightly changed, but it still smells just as strong as the day I got it. It smells amazing because, like I said, I have melts that I bought years ago that I've never used. Not because I don't want to, but because I have so many of them. And I tend not to melt during the hot months, which in Brisbane, hot months are like 90% of the year. But this apple scent, oh my God, amazing. Smells exactly what an apple picking scent to me would smell like. So this one is in the scent notes of crisp orchard, apples, woods, green grass. So this one to me definitely smells like a red apple, not a green apple. You can smell the difference. It smells super amazing. Every so often I get more of that sort of woodsy grass note. It's, I don't want to say it tones it down because I don't think it does tone it down, but I definitely feel like it adds to that apple scent, but then it makes the apple not as sweet. Whatever it's happening, I love it. It smells amazing. The very last melt I melted for June is actually glazed donuts. This one, let me see, let me find my scent notes. Okay, this one was out of the American Mystery Box from Pumpkin Parcel. This smells, oh, amazing. This is what it looks like. This smells so good, you guys. This one, though, is another one of those scents that are not an in-your-face scent. This is definitely a scent on the lighter side. When this is melting, you definitely can smell it, but it's, I personally think, more of a scent for a small room or a small area because it's a light scent. It's not a strong scent. So this one has the scent notes of sweetened milk, sugar, pastry, fried dough, buttercream, and vanilla, and that's definitely what you smell. You definitely smell that sort of creamy, sort of vanilla-y scent, the sugar. You definitely smell the sugar in this. And then the pastry and that sort of fried dough note does come through and tones down the sweetness of it. It smells really good, you guys. Oh, I love it. But if you are expecting a super strong scent, it is not super strong. It is a light scent. It did fill my office though, even though my office is quite a large room. It definitely did. It did take a little bit longer to smell, but I'm positive that's just because my air wick warmer is stupid. Because it takes forever to melt anything. But once it like melted down properly, it did smell amazing. So that was that. So that's everything, you guys, that I have melted in the month of June. It's not a lot. This video is probably longer than it should have been because I ranted a little bit and I got off topic a little bit, but you know, this is me we're talking about. That's just how I do things. My brain does not focus on one topic at a time. It's got like, think of my brain like a computer. I have 20 tabs open in my brain and they're all going at once. And then suddenly those tabs will freeze. That's what happens in my brain, people. I can't stop it. I do it in my sleep as well. Like, just multiple things are going at once. Even when I sleep, it's why I have problems sleeping and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. So anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this, what I melted in the month of June video. I know it was a long one and I rambled and I talked a lot, but that's me, guys. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I hope you liked it anyway, and keep an eye out for next month, what I melted at the end of July. Also keep an eye out for some haul videos. I have another pumpkin parcel haul video, I have a Seekay Handmade haul video, and I have a Zen Moments AU haul coming as well. I'm just waiting for that one to ship in the mail. And possibly one other. I haven't placed the order yet because I'm waiting for their new products to drop. So we'll see. If I get anything, there'll be possibly another one. So yeah. So anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll chat to you guys later. Bye!